Welcome to the Thin Blue Line Outdoors Podcast.
This pig came bottling.
Just ended up puking last night. It sucked.
Whoa! Ah! We gut it, we wrap it in tinfoil, throw it over the fire.
Recording yet? No, we're recording. All right, everyone. This is TBLO Podcast. I believe 72. We are at Texas Wildwood Hog Hunting. Super excited to be back. This will be us as a brand's third year. Super pumped. We got Kyle, who returning, obviously team member, and returning for the second time hog hunting. He's going to start us off here in a little bit. We have Josh, team member. So Josh, first time hog hunting, and then Alan.
I'm just happy to be here.
First time hunting, period, killing something. So, and again, we're going to preference this podcast. I said it in the video, and I will say it now too. We call it hog hunting. That's what we're going to call it still. But, like, it's killing. I want to clarify, it's a high fence operation. They trap hogs. They bring them back to this ranch. We're in Texas. And, yeah, and then we shoot them. Yeah, we shoot them. As the red coat says, redneck grocery shopping, and that's 100% what it is. So the way we're going to have this podcast line up is kind of go like in kills. We had also joining us on this hunt, and you guys will see in the video, we had Grady, who had been here in the past, and Justin, who had been in the past, and then my dad, Rob, who had been in the past. So everybody got hogs. Everybody's happy. And I'm going to let Kyle take it from there.
So the first night, usually how it goes is, we get down here late afternoon and we go out and sit the big pen, 30-acre pen. We all sit in tree stands, ladder stands, box blinds, and we just kind of wait and see if the hogs come around. Usually there's a good amount of hogs in there, but it's a big pen. So we sat, it was like 5. I think we got out there by the time I got to the stand. 5.
About 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours.
So
2.5.
Yeah, I think it got dark at like about 6:30 or so. So, wasn't too long after we were in the stand. I think the first shot went off, and it sounded close. And then shortly after that, another shot went off, and they sounded like they came from a stand that I sat in last year. So I was pretty sure that we already had at least one hog down. So I was pretty pumped about that. I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't see anything. We saw hogs kind of like when we were getting dropped off. So we knew that they were in there, and Harvey made that joke. He's like, "Hey, there's hogs, so they're in here, so there's some in here at least. So I'm not pulling your leg." But didn't see any sitting in the tree for a long time. Thought we already had a couple shots go off, and it was probably like 6:20, so it's starting to get dark out. You still see a little bit in front of me where I sat. There's like a big sand pit, and it's like super bright compared to the dirt. So it's almost like there's a little bit of snow on the ground. So it was pretty bright there. And it was pretty open canopy right there. So it was a lot brighter than the surrounding area. So, yeah, it was about 6:30. I see a pig run in front of me, probably 30 yards, and like a 2-foot gap. Well, he's running up the hill. See him for like 1 second. I was like, well, shit. Hopefully he'll come back. Well, I might get no time for me to get a shot on him or nothing. So he went up the hill. Could kind of hear him in my brush to my left. And then he like circles me, and now he's behind me. So I can hear him back there. About 5 minutes go by, and he literally comes up behind me, walks like under the tree, just to the left of the tree that I'm sitting in, walks like, I don't know, 2 feet in front of me, stops. So I'm getting all the cameras on, I'm pointing at him, and then it's kind of dark, so the camera's not picking up much, but it's still light enough I can see. So I'm trying to get the cameras on. He walks probably another 5 feet in front of me. He's quartering away, take the shot, made a good shot. He does like a half circle, runs like 20 yards, dies right in the road, which made me happy because last year my hog ran like 200 plus yards. So it was
a good shot.
It wasn't the shot, but yeah, that pig. So I was happy I didn't have to track it. Got down, got my hog, got my pictures, super pumped. Big boar, much bigger than my hog last year. Last year I killed one like 176. This one ended up weighing 208. And it's a boar, and last year I think I only killed sows, so that was pretty nice. So it turned out I was the only one that got one for the first night. The other 2 shots came from the neighboring property, so no, I think Cody saw a couple but didn't have any shots. So got him loaded up, got him back, and then we moved on to the next day.
So the next day, Saturday, morning for us always is the fun day. Saturday morning's the day we do some killing. So we were super excited. We hit the woods. The first hunters up was myself with the recurve. We'll get to that in a little bit. We had Josh and Alan sitting in a box blind, and then was that it? I think Dad wasn't sitting. Justin was sitting. Justin was sitting too. So Grady, Dad, Harvey, and James. James and Harvey obviously run the place. It's Harvey's show. But they were everybody's pushing hogs. I'm gonna let Alan take it from here. And mind you, Alan had at this time had never killed an animal while hunting. So
correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take it away, Alan.
Sure. How long? I just kind of take a couple minutes to preface the hunt with
Go ahead.
something.
Yep.
So I just, to your listeners, I'm not affiliated with Thin Blue Line Outdoors. I'm a guest.
Yeah.
I'm a guest here today. I'm also, so I've been around firearms for a very, very long time through my professional life, but I am an inexperienced hunter.
Do you want to state your occupation, not your agency? You don't have to.
Sure. I'm retired military, and then I'm currently as a sheriff's deputy in Illinois. So, and I've been in, later this should be 10 years total. Yeah, so I'm an experienced hunter. So I am, I've tried deer hunting for several years, and I haven't had much luck. I've seen deer. I might have had a couple opportunities that I kind of was a little impatient and messed up, but this was a very different experience than sitting in a tree stand and waiting to hunt deer. It was a lot more action packed. So I would say if you're interested in hunting and you have the opportunity to come down here, I would do that. So it's
definitely,
yeah. But we can maybe talk more about that later. So as far as my hunt, so I didn't get anything Friday night. Josh and I sat in a kind of an elevated, we call it a blind.
Box blind, yeah.
Box blind.
Yep.
We saw a bunch of squirrels that were
eating
eating the corn.
You see any booner squirrels? Big ones? Big old?
So compared to where we're from, they were pretty small, I thought.
Yeah,
Little pine squirrels or whatever.
Yeah. So we saw a bunch of squirrels. So today, however, we went back out in the morning, and we were probably in a box blind for maybe 5 minutes before we saw the first. It was a group of maybe 5 or 6 of them running by our blind.
Yeah, they came from behind.
They came from behind. We didn't hear them until they were very close. I mean, you can hear them, but if they're not breaking brush, they can kind of sneak up on you, and you don't see them.
Yep.
So I didn't really feel comfortable taking a shot. It would have been a rear quarter shot, and I wasn't set up for that. I just wasn't comfortable taking the shot. 2 of them ended up. So there's these long trails that go around it's a large fenced-in area, and 2 of them ended up coming back, and I would say probably 30 to 40 meters in front of our blind, there's like an intersection of 2 trails, and they stopped there, and I took a shot on one. I was using a .308 rifle, and I knew that I had hit it, but it didn't go down right away. It was kind of stumbling around. It ran a ways, and then I think Josh saw it fall somewhere in the...
I saw it, near where it fell.
Yeah.
I wasn't exactly sure, but we saw it go down.
Yeah. So I wasn't happy with my shot placement. We put it out at Israel pretty quickly. That was my first shot of the day. My first hog, my first kill. It was also my worst shot of the day, but that's...
It all got better from there.
It got better from there.
Yep. Joshua?
All right, so Alan was up first, and then it was my turn. I want to say, I think it was the smallest one that I shot today.
Hang on. What gun are you shooting?
CBA Scout.
Oh, okay. Do you like it?
I do.
Okay.
And 350 Legend.
Ah, gotcha.
Those of you who don't know, Illinois is a straight wall cartridge state, so that's what I got. And our governor says one at a time, so
yeah,
that's what I got.
But
I was using a .308 rifle, and we're just going to leave it at that.
But we will say this: the CVA Scout slays.
It does.
Yeah.
This will be the 7th.
Yeah.
So.
No big deal. You know.
Yeah,
A couple
good.
months of ownership, but no big deal.
Megan, if you're watching this, it was worth the money.
Yeah.
He's going to have to delay your guys' any future marriage plans, but because
Yeah, we gotta buy.
But
buy
the gun
it.
was worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it. All right, so I want to say this one came from our left. It just kind of popped out of there right at that intersection. It's probably a 30-yard shot.
By itself.
Yeah.
First one was
just popped out by itself. Caught it about 30, 40 yards, and perfect shot placement. I mean,
Did it drop or that one run?
it ran.
Did
It ran a little bit, but we saw it fall too.
No,
so,
sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That ended up being a pretty good spot, you guys are at. And I'll be honest, I don't know if since I've been here, anybody's actually hunted
Yeah, we
that
actually
box blind.
nicknamed it like Outpost 212 or something. It wasn't a
Yeah.
It was a kill shack.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
Yeah. Well, like the Love Shack, but this was the Kill Shack.
The kill shack.
Kill shack
yeah.
212.
Gotcha.
So there was no love in the shack at all?
We
no?
don't we don't kiss and tell.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pay. Gonna have to pay a premium membership to Thin Blue Wine Outdoors. So.
If
Go
anybody
to our
doesn't know-
OnlyFans.
Anybody doesn't know, me and Alan have been friends for 25, 30 years. We grew up together in Roanoke.
Sweet. And to also clarify, I have not looked at the footage yet, but most of your guys' shots sounds like they were on camera. Most of them.
Yep.
So
The good
that'll
ones.
be the good ones. Yeah.
Well,
Hopefully.
not the farthest shot.
Yeah.
The coordinated shot was, but not the farthest.
Gotcha. So anyway, you killed that pig,
Yep.
and then
Then Harvey showed up. I think he was. I'm not sure exactly. I think he was wanting to maybe start heading back.
I know he wanted to get like 5 or 6 pigs
Yeah, he wanted to get him
down.
down. I think he was going around checking. I want to say at that time too, he told us that you'd stuck an arrow in
Yep.
one.
Yep.
So we knew about that. We were kind of.
Yep. And we'll get to that here in a second.
So I'm not trying to spoil it.
Yep,
He was just telling us
Yep.
that one had been injured.
Yep. Yep.
But
And did you get one more before going?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You got the spotted sow.
that's right. So then it goes back down.
Yeah. So I'm a big wheel gun guy. I brought a Smith & Wesson 686. It's one of the first weapons I've ever purchased. We had another group that were kind of running towards the blind, and I probably should have waited for a better shot, but I took a shot against. It was kind of moving mostly towards me, so I took a shot with the revolver. I missed, but that was my miss of the day, and then went back over to Josh.
Once again, Outpost 212.
The love shack.
Comes from my left. I see it. So Alan went. I went. Alan took a shot with the wheel gun. As far as we could tell, it was a complete miss. So we'd rather have that than wounded. But
Correct.
then Big Mama steps out. You know?
And it out of the in that area, that was definitely the biggest pig.
She was spotted. She was. I mean,
She's pretty big.
yeah, she was interesting. Spotted. I'd never seen one like that. Most of the ones you see, like,
Black, brown.
Yeah, they're always, the ones you see on YouTube or whatever. When we're watching shows like this, you see them that they're black.
Yep.
So it was the first time I seen something like that. So
Yep.
it was neat looking. And then she was quartering away from me, I believe. So I shot her from basically behind, and then she was quartering away, and I dropped her in her tracks
Sweet.
with the scout.
No, with the scout. So that then sums up that first go around for you guys, then, right?
Yep.
There.
Yep.
Yep.
Packed them out, and
Yep. So I'm gonna preference this, and then I'm gonna let actually Kyle go a little bit on this story, and then I'll take back over. So one of my goals on this trip was, I've last 2 years I've always killed one with my compound bow. I really wanted to kill one with a recurve that I've been getting into, been practicing quite a bit with, and it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually nervous trying to get it done. Just nervous about it and excited. And
you said you practiced like every day for the last month.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, every day. And sure enough, we got pigs right off the bat going in front of us. The very first pig ran like 2 yards in front of us, and I remember I was like, "Why did you shoot it?" Like it was moving, but I mean, it was literally like from me to Josh. So that, like, I'm pulled back at, like, it was nuts.
Yeah, man. I like. It was 3 feet. I could have stuck my hand out and touched it. It walked right by me, and Cody's behind me, and then it walks like right in front of him. I mean, it was walking. But I'm like, Cody's just gonna smoke it. Like he's just like pull back and just pointed at it. It should hit it, no problem.
Yep. So I didn't shoot. I didn't feel comfortable with the walking shot. And then shit got Western. I'm gonna let Kyle tell his version of the story first, and then I'll take over. And it should be on camera. I'm excited. I haven't watched it yet either, but I'm excited.
So at that point, we just saw hogs kind of like on the fence line, and they kind of came in close to us a little bit. Like that one got real close to us. But the next time we had hogs coming, they were coming from behind us, and we see them good ways off, probably 50 yards or so.
Yeah, we were ready for them.
So we turn around, we hear them, we see them coming. I'm standing to the left of Cody. There's a tree next to me, like a foot. And then Cody's behind me, probably, 3 feet to the right, and there's a tree on his side. So that's like a little gap right there. So the hogs are coming. Me and both Cody turn around. I get the camera on, I'm running. Well, there's one lead hog, and he's moving. All right. He's moving. He sees us. He speeds up. He doesn't slow down. He literally speeds up. So I'm like, I'm just trying. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. Cody's like, smoke it, coming right at us. I'm like, maybe Cody will smoke it, and then next thing you know, he's just coming right at me. So I'm trying to like film, for the brand. The hog's getting closer. It's getting closer. It's getting closer, and it came right at me. I had to hurdle it because there was no left to me. There was a tree, so I jump over the pig. Cody's beside me. It misses him. So we whip around. The hog does a 360 probably after, gets 10 yards or 10 feet past us. And he comes back to finish what he started.
So it was nuts. I mean, this pig saw Kyle, and it was not scared. Instead, it's like, I'm gonna run you over. Like, head down, comes right at Kyle. And I didn't have a shot, and it's coming right at Kyle. He literally hurdles this pig. I mean, did you make contact with it? Like,
no,
okay, I didn't know. So anyway, yeah, it misses Kyle. Instantly, just turns around. Now it sees me and starts coming right at me. I took a shot at it. Ended up hitting it like in the butt, essentially, like very at the top, like in the back strap. It was not a fatal shot, but essentially I didn't want to take that shot, but I didn't know what, like, this thing has charged us twice now. Like, we better do something about it.
It's coming.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to miss me again and turn around and come right back at us.
It wants to eat your cornbread, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, shoot it in the butt high. Like, right away I know that's not a fatal shot. Takes off running. We're not finding any blood. I didn't see any blood either when it was running and stuff. So it is what it is. So I tell Harvey, and then, Harvey told these guys, and I was telling everybody I did see afterwards, I'm like, hey, if you get a chance to shoot this thing, do it. Which Justin actually ended up shooting the pig. Actually, no, I take it back. Grady. We thought it was Justin first. Grady ended up killing the pig. We found the blade, or the entry hole and stuff, and it would not have been fatal in the beginning. But Grady, appreciate Grady, because if you draw blood, you pay for the hog unless somebody kills it. So appreciate you, Grady. So Grady killed that pig for me. Probably maybe 10-15 minutes. 10-15 minutes later, pigs come back, and we had a couple pigs come by, and I was pulled back on them, but they just would not stop moving, and I just really did not want to take a running shot. And I kind of moved once, and Kyle actually climbed. There's a buddy stand right behind me, and the only reason I wasn't sitting in the buddy stand, I wanted a close shot with my first recurve, because that's about 20-30 yards in some of those spots in the buddy stand. So Kyle's in the buddy stand filming me. I go back to where I had that where we had that hog charge us. And sure enough, finally one gave me an opportunity. Made a good shot, lung shot, quartering away from me. And it only ran 30-40 yards and died. We didn't see it we heard it crash. We didn't see it crash. And we were walking down full in blood. We're looking down, and finally Kyle looks up. Oh, dude, it's right there. And it was like 5 yards from us. So super excited. First recurve kill. like definitely like felt like, you know, I put the work in to get that done. Super excited for that. That bow it's a Ben piercing. I believe it was made in 1979 is what I believe. The year that bow was made. It was given to me by my wife's grandpa. So I was happy to get that done. And it was the string was from Dominant Strands. Check out Lewis in Rushville. Yeah, they're a sponsor, but they're good strings. They kill stuff. So highly recommend you check them out. Super pumped to use them, and that was my one thing I wanted to do on this trip, get one with a recurve, and got it done. So I was super excited. We had about 6 hogs. We took them all out. Harvey and James, great guys. They ended up cleaning them stuff for us, and we went back out. And I believe you're up now.
Yeah, I think I had the next one. So we took our hogs out. We came back and. We kind of had we went back to the same blind, and we had a
Outpost 212.
Yeah, for the Northern Illinois. But we had a relative period of inactivity. So Josh decided to get out, and he was going to try to kind of drive them.
I saw them.
You did see that, okay?
Yeah, they were off to my left.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They were learning there for a while. They did not want to stay on the outer perimeter because people shooting at them.
Were dropping.
Yeah. So I don't know if you pushed the next one I shot out, or if they were just startled by kind of all the other commotion.
Yeah. So I saw them. They were huddled up to my left, and then I told Alan, I was like, "Hey, just stay here. I'm going to go push this one out," because he was up, and then I don't know, take it from there. Yeah.
So there were. We had the blind we were at. We had a very long stretch of trail. I think it was about 80 to 90 yards all the way till where it curved. So I had there were 2 that were all the way at that curve and just kind of hanging out there. So I took a shot at one of them. It was a boar. It was I guess like a light colored or blonde boar. So I took a shot at that. I saw it. I later checked with the rangefinder. It was between 70 and 75 yards where I remember hitting it at. I saw it go down, and then it immediately got back up. So unfortunately, I don't think I kind of had to reposition in the blind. I don't think the shot was on camera, but the aftermath of me getting out and where it fell should be on video. But so I saw it go down, and I'm yelling at Josh, "Hey, I got it," and got back up, and I saw it run off to the left in the trail, and then I think you found it.
No, it was Cody actually.
Oh, that black one.
That's where we met up.
Yeah. No, I was like, because I heard shoot.
No, it was the white one. It was the white boar.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was your last one I found, right?
Yes. Yeah. So you found it.
Okay.
Because I was calling out to you. I'm like, I saw it go down, but I didn't see it drop, and then you later found it. We put it out with a follow up shot. And that was my biggest of the day. It was 130 pounds.
Hell yeah.
So.
And then you're next, right? Or
no, both of us.
Both, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to.
Yeah. So this was the best part of the day by far. I'll let you go ahead and.
You know what? You're a better storyteller. Go ahead.
Tell together, guys.
Girls, you're both pretty. Okay.
So I had at this point, I think you had gotten 2.
We both had 2 dead.
We both had 2.
We both said. Also, at the same time, we knew that we weren't exactly sure how many were left, and we knew that your dad hadn't shot one
Correct.
yet. We were both thinking to ourselves, like, yeah, we both kind of like to have one, but we got 2 down, so it's not a big deal. We'd let some other people have some fun. And then
just shit went crazy for a second.
So back where Alan saw his first 2, or the 75, 80 yards, we were going to try to coordinate a shot there because there was 4 of them there.
By the way, that shot was with iron sights.
With an M1A
no big deal.
That's not his.
Yeah. No big deal.
Yeah. So back at that corner, there was 4 piled up, remember? And we were actually thinking, we're like, all right, we're going to coordinate this. And then all of a sudden they took off. It was actually kind of funny because Alan said, we're probably never going to get that opportunity again.
So that was my fault. So Josh was ready. I have probably a undiagnosed case of ADHD. So Josh he had his weapon system ready. I was like back, leaning back,
Just basking in your glory of your kills. Like, oh yes.
leaning back, like eating some fruit snacks or something. So my rifle wasn't out the window. We saw them. They were moving away from us. They had, right?
No.
When they left, they moved away from us.
They did, but we were just kind of sitting there. All of a sudden, they came around that corner. Like, well, shit, they're here.
They just froze.
Yeah,
they're like
they hit
standing
that
there.
corner. And they just kind of stand there for a second. And
They
pile
stopped.
up.
We were trying to time our shots. By the time I got in a position, they had moved away, and we decided we didn't want to take a poor shot. And so I said to Josh, I said, I apologize for that, man. We're probably not going to have that opportunity again. Well, lo and behold, 10, 15 minutes later,
They came from behind us again.
the whole group shows up from behind us, and they stop directly in front of our blind. And this one is on video. And you can, I hit the record button. You can hear Josh and I communicate. Hey, which one do you have? He's going to take the one on the far left. I'm going to take the one on the far right. And I think it was one of those things like, all right, we're going to go on 3, 1, 2, and then like he thought it was on 3. I thought
3 and then or 3 and then go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like rock paper scissors.
I shot first.
So, I thought I heard a pow pow.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it
so
wasn't just one boom.
yeah, so Han shot first.
Yeah.
If you understand that reference, you're probably around our age.
And you're a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah. So Josh shot first, and I'm going to let you talk about what happened after that because it was the craziest part of the day. But they started to move, and the one on the right was a smaller. It was actually my smallest of the day. It was a small black one. Started to run away. I shot. I didn't see any reaction out of the boar, and I had thought for sure I had missed. But it was actually ended up being my best shot of the day. It was a lunger.
Yeah. So, mind you, why this is happening. So Kyle and I have been running around. I got my bow, trying to get one with a bow, and then I'll talk about how I found it. I guess found that.
Well, actually, we met with Kyle first.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did
it
we?
was off to my left. We found the one, and then
Found the one.
Yep.
Found
And then right like maybe 5 yards away from it, on the other side of this like down tree, was the other pig. So
Yeah. What other pig?
not my
it
pig.
was not Alan's.
Not the one you shot.
Yeah.
This was a discount. This was a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about what happened there, Josh.
DP, man, double penetration.
What did I tell you at the time?
So they were, either I didn't care or whatever, but apparently they were lined up, stacked up, and it was a perfect shot. So
Did your round penetrate both pigs all the way through?
not all the way through. The second one I did not find an exit.
Gotcha.
Obviously, the first one did, and then
Yep.
So he unlocked like an Xbox achievement for hunting. Like you shot 2 with 1 bullet. You know.
Hell yeah. Can't say I've ever done that, Josh.
You should edit the videotape to have the Xbox achievement pop up at the bottom
I'm not
after
gonna get that to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. This is Cody, and he edits himself into it.
Yeah.
Just his head on your body.
Yeah, and then I end up finding I remember I see a pig down because I was at first acting like I was gonna stalk it. I'm like, oh no, it's dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, who shot this? And I think you said, Alan. I'm like, oh, it's dead right here.
Okay. Yeah. You end up finding it. So that one actually traveled the furthest from where I had shot, and I didn't even think I hit it, but it was actually my best shot of the whole day.
Yeah, smoked.
So, yeah.
Yep. And then you guys are done then after that.
Yep.
So after that, I think Grady and Justin are already done at that point in time. We're pretty close if they weren't done. So I was running around trying to get one with my bow, and then my dad Rob hadn't killed one yet. And then once I got one with the bow, the plan was to have Kyle come and get one with the bow. Well, Kyle and I, man, I could not get a shot at one with the bow. Just couldn't. We ended up finding them in this log jam. And they were just in some thick brush. All I had was a headshot. And Kyle's like, hey, try with your pistol. I'm like, yeah, it's a good idea. And we thought I missed. We really did. I shot twice. I shot the first time, and all the pig did was just barely turn and face me. Shot again. And yeah, we both really thought we missed. We ended up running around. I remember finally I told Kyle, to hell with this. I'm going to go get the rifle. And then we ended up seeing this blonde pig that I had shot at was bleeding on that side of the face. I did miss one of the shots. We find out later I did miss one, but I did hit it right below the eye. Didn't kill it. And I proceeded to spend a lot of time trying to kill that damn blonde pig. So Kyle's in one corner with his bow. I'm in another corner with my rifle. 30-06.
You don't want to leave it out there like with a, you know.
No, yeah. And like we talked about earlier, if you draw blood, it's your pig. So definitely, want it. These guys all come in to help drive. It's Justin, Grady, Alan, and Josh trying to get pigs for us. You guys right off the bat sent all the pigs right to me, and I'm like, oh, here we go. And I could even see you guys watching, you guys could tell okay, we can kind of see the pigs, and that blonde one stayed behind the pigs the whole time where I could not get a shot. The one time they came in the front, there was double, the pigs were double stacked, and I didn't know how many I was going to kill yet, so I didn't take that shot, and then they went right behind, so never got a shot. You would have taken that shot. Yeah, you would have. In the meantime, and it took a long time for me to get another opportunity. And then my dad ended up killing. I'm pretty sure it was a pig. Kyle and I kept having this one pig when we were pushing that he was thinking about it. He came after us once, but then he would almost like a mock charge, like you'd see a bear. He'd come running and then he'd veer off last second, and he was just getting ballsier and ballsier every time.
And I don't want to steal the story from Kyle, but so what was frustrating is they would run by you, and Kyle's at the other end, but then they would go behind Kyle.
Yeah.
So we have to do it all over again.
Yep.
And they just wouldn't give either of you a shot.
Yeah.
It was frustrating.
It was getting aggravating.
We had less pigs and less shooters.
Yes.
And
harder to find.
Harder to locate, and harder to, maneuver them to where they needed to be. So it was that actually took a while to.
Yeah. I mean, hell, it took my dad hours to finally get a shot.
I think you guys actually had. I don't want to jump ahead, but the last two, you guys had better luck once everybody just kind of got out of there and there was less commotion.
Correct, 100%. I would agree with that. But anyway, finally they came back through, and the blonde was walking behind the other ones, and I'm like, "You screwed up."
She stopped, right?
Yeah. Yep. And shot her. She dropped right in her spot. I think she flopped a couple yards, but dead right away. Boom, we're good. And then I'll let Kyle take over here in a second. I went and talked to my dad because I didn't know how many pigs. We wanted about 4 as a group, as my dad and I. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm done with the one." I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna finally go shoot another one." But before we get to that,
you want to buy another one?
So before we get to that, I'm gonna let Kyle talk about his bow experience.
Yeah, so like Josh was saying, they were pushing the hogs, but they just they wouldn't stop. They just kept running, wouldn't stop moving. I mean, Justin had got 2 in front of me, and first time they ran by, didn't stop at all. They were on the fence line, but didn't stop at all. They came back and stopped just right behind a tree, and then they moved and stopped right behind another tree. I mean, they're 20 yards, but I can see them through the brush, but they just didn't give me a shot, then ran away. So I wasn't getting a shot that way. But before that, it was right when I think you left to go get your gun. I had already moved. I already went and sat up, got my bow. I was sitting up in a buddy stand, and I don't think anyone pushed them. I think people were just coordinating, and I had one run right in front of me and stopped at 20 yards quartering to me. Took a shot. I shot high, shot right over his back.
Is that the one where I came back with the rifle? The other guys weren't in yet?
Yeah.
You yelled at me, "Cody, they're right here," and I pushed them in your way?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that's when there was. You're right. Yep, that was it. Yeah, so gave me great opportunity. 20 yards, quartering to me. Should have made the shot. My left and right was good. My shot right over his back. And I was kind of shooting high when I practiced. I thought I got my sight adjusted, moved it up a little bit. Seemed like it was okay, but I still think I need to mess with it. Because, I mean, I think I obviously messed up a little bit but I think it's still shooting high. So it runs away. And then a little bit, no, that was before you did that. Then you came back with the rifle, and you're kind of pushing, and you didn't know I was in that stand because I told you I was going to go another spot, but then decided to go there. So I see Cody coming. He's wearing orange hat, and Cody, what? I said, they're right there under these felled trees. There's a bunch of felled trees stacked up, and there's a little wall underneath it. There's like 3 or 4 of them in there. So Cody scares them out of there. They take off, run to the fence in front of me to my left. Then I see that they're going to run down the fence, so I adjust, get set up. They're running, but they're not sprinting. So the lead one was running, so I thought I'd go ahead and get a shot opportunity just because the hogs hadn't been running by me that much. Shot and went right behind him. I just didn't lean him enough. So clean miss. Missed 2 with my bow. At that point, I was down to 1 arrow left for the trip. And I sat there a little while, and they were like Josh was saying, they were pushing hogs, and they were just kept running behind me, not stopping. I didn't get any shots. So I was like, time was going by, and I'm like, I don't want to be out here all day. You know, we got to get those guys to cut up the hogs. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go get my gun. I think at that point, sometime during that, you shot your pig.
Yep. So, like I said, I shot my blonde pig. So now I'm like, heck yeah! I think we knew there was about 3 pigs left in the honey hole. And once my dad said he wasn't gonna shoot another one, I'm like, fine, I'm gonna shoot another one. Sounds good to me. So I go to where my dad had been, and I actually climbed the stand. And it's pretty nice. I haven't hunted that stand before when I hunted it, and you can shoot like 60 yards. It's like 66 yards or something like that. You can shoot in that corner. And sure enough, here comes I was only in that stand for 5 minutes.
I was gonna say we were getting ready to start pushing for you.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So the 3 pigs come around the corner. The lead pig, they were all about the same size. Lead pig, I tried to take a headshot and ended up making more of a chest shot, and I'm sure I took out lungs and heart is what I think I did. They actually all 3 ran right at me. And end up dying almost underneath my tree stand. I could have shot the other 2 if I wanted to. And then I was done. 3 pigs. Super happy. 1 with my recurve, 2 with my 30-06. It was a trip for me. I was super excited. Kyle?
Yeah, so I get back with my shotgun, and they keep saying the hogs are setting up the exact same. They were just by the hog stand Cody was in, and he said they kept stopping there. So me and Cody go jump in that, and then like everybody else is pushing. But now you only got 2 hogs and a lot of people.
Two hogs for 1 shooter.
2 hogs for 1 shooter. Yep. Got to get him to 1 spot.
And this is Little Red, right? The red one?
Little Red.
There's Little Red, and then there's the gray one. And
Yeah.
you guys got to talk about that pushing, man. I'm sure it was hard for trying to find those.
Yeah,
And they're not huge.
We probably made, I don't know, 6-7 passes. I mean, it was,
I got my steps in for the day. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
It was tiring.
I think you guys talked to Harvey. What's the story behind Little Red?
Yeah.
I want to say it was like 6 weeks.
So I clarify. It wasn't 6 weeks. I went back and talked to him. That's what I initially said. So I asked. So he brings in new pigs all the time, as he has hunts that frequently throughout the month. He said there's a small red pig that's been here. He estimates 2 to 3 weeks, and it's about 12.5 hunts that the pig has not been caught and has survived.
Impressive.
Which, yeah, it's very impressive, especially since, it's how many we were able to put down. So I had seen it throughout the day. It is a quick pig. It also it's quick, and I think it's smart. I think it kind of uses his bigger buddies as cover and
intelligent
concealment.
pig.
Yeah.
So that too.
And because like they were pushing and they both got close maybe twice where we could see them through brush and never even like went out in front of us. They were like up to the right a little bit, and then they'd run down behind us through the woods. We just see them through the woods, and they'd come up right behind us, and they'd circle down and run back down. So they were I think we were up there 30 minutes or so. Probably. And then I think Grady is the one who was like, hey, they keep running and standing right in front of this box blind. Guys, move down here. So me and Cody's like, all right, we climb down. We get in this box blind, and it's basically like facing this like really thick brush, and it's got like some shooting windows through it, maybe 20, 30 yards, but it's just facing straight in the brush. So me and Cody climb in there, and sure enough, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes later, here comes that red pig. By itself. So it's separated himself from the gray pig, one of the 2 pigs left. He stops right in front of me in that brush. It's really thick, so I'm just kind of waiting it out. And he's just kind of meandering around in there, walking back and forth. He runs out of it. On the other side of it, we can kind of see him. He's on the fence line. I think I'm like, great. He's going to run away now. He doesn't. He kind of goes to the right. There's a gap right there. I can shoot right through it. We think he's going to walk out in front of there. Right before he walks out, he turns back around, walks left. I'm like, oh shit, now he's gonna run away. But he comes back into the brush, just keeps meandering around. Finally, he starts like heading towards us, and then he quarters to, turns a little bit. I get a shot, shoot him, hit him mid body, a little back. Like, oh okay. He runs back behind us. Like we open the door, and we see him running, and I can see like the red spot on him. I'm like, okay, he's gonna die. I'm like, it's a good shot. I'm like, it's a little back, but he's gonna die, no problem. So okay, we go try to find it. Walk down there. We kind of hear it. We're like, oh, there it is. Well, it's just sitting up. Then the next thing you know, it just stands up, and it's just facing us. Like nothing happened. Well, shit. So it's facing. So I put the gun on and said,
Just staring you down.
just staring at us.
Yeah.
Like it's perfectly fine. It's not standing up, not laying down, staring at us, like nothing happened. Put the crosshairs on his head. I shoot. Runs to the left. Takes off running. Like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like shit. I'm like, I guess I could have missed. I'm like, I didn't think I did, but I guess I could have. So okay, he runs 20, 30 yards to the left, gets in a big pile of like felled logs. Grady and Cody find him. We go up there. I take another shot. Hit him. He like doesn't die instantly.
It took him a while to expire. He was tough.
I was like, son of a bitch. He's still moving. His mouth's moving. His legs are kicking. And I'm like, I'm not going to shoot this damn thing again. I'm like, I'm just going to wait. It's not going anywhere. So we waited out. It probably takes another 5 minutes or so for it finally to expire. This is one tough fucking pig. I tell you what, man. It was not dying. Sure enough, finally expired. Get up to it, and I look at the holes. I hit it every time. Pretty much right where I was aiming.
Yeah.
And it just didn't want to die. Did not want to die.
Final shot was in the brainstem too. Like,
Yeah.
it had to be dead inside. I'm assuming it's just nerves, but I really don't know.
Yeah,
It looked
man.
like it was gasping still. You know?
Dude, that's what I thought. I'm like, it looked like it was gasping for breath. I'm like, what do I got? I'm like, I'm about to just go stab
I
this.
can't kill it anymore.
I'm gonna go stab it. Like, I don't know what to do, or just walk up and just like put the gun on it and execute it right in the back of the head. Dude, pop. But
It was nuts.
it's nuts.
And
So
it was your smallest pig, right?
that was the smallest pig,
Yeah.
and it was definitely the toughest. So I killed Little Red. Got him out of there. His time in the pen, his residency had ended. So there's one pig left, and looking at the size of him, I know I wanted some more meat. So I was like, all right, there's one pig left. Might as well get it. They loaded him up, and we're like, all right, we're gonna either come with me and Cody. Cody's filming me. And we're gonna stick together so I can kind of shoot any direction, and anybody else get out. So everybody else went out, went back to the cabin, and then me and Cody were like, all right, there's one pig in here. Like, let's just go try and find it. And the idea was we're gonna start at the bottom of the hill, start on the right corner, and we're just gonna zigzag all the way up to hopefully we find it. We go to that bottom quarter. We walk to where I was shooting with my bow. Didn't see anything. We walk up past your love shack.
Outpost 212.
Yeah, that. We walk past that a little ways. We go down that road, and Cody's like, "Oh, there he is! There he is! There he is!" I think he saw his eyes blinking or something.
Yep,
So he's under some trees, just chilling. So he's just sitting there. He's not moving at all. So get my gun. Cody gets the film going. I try to go down to one knee.
All his friends were gone. He just
He was just
Can you
lonely.
Demonstrate how you shot it on camera.
Yeah. So
Can you?
So first thing when I go down to like, there's trees everywhere, so there's just like little holes. So I go down to one knee. That's too low. I can't shoot that way. I kind of just stand up, see if I can just like aim like that, see if I can see what. No, so I have to literally crouch. So I literally.
remember those Green Army men. This is one of the poses.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So I was like, I'm not
I
gonna.
have to get in front of
This
it.
is not gonna work. So I was literally like this, like a half squat, almost like a box squat, half squat. Did that, shot him right through the head. He didn't move, didn't run anywhere. He was dead, but he was twitching like a motherfucker. And I don't know if that's just because I went through his brain, but his little feet were just kicking in. His little back feet, he wasn't going anywhere, but his little feet would just kick in. And then Cody's like, all right, I'll go get the side by side. I'm like, all right, I'll pull him out here. I walk up to get him, and next thing you know, all four of his feet started like running, like he was like a dog dreaming. He was just taking off. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. All right. Wait a few more seconds. Walk back up. I poke it in the eye. I'm like, oh, he's dead. Cody shows up. Cody walks up to me. After I had poked it in the eye several times, his back feet start moving again. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't know. 10 seconds later, they stopped moving. It was dead. So I don't know if it's just nerves or whatever hitting it in the
Must have been
brain.
using like invisible bullets or something.
Yeah, it was, man. Invisible bullets. But went in, dragged them out, and we got all the hogs out of there. And I got 3 hogs, and I was super pumped and happy. Had a great time.
So we all had a pretty successful hunt. 3 hogs. Mm-hmm. 3 hogs.
3 hogs.
3 hogs. 3, accidentally 4.
Accidentally 4.
3 plus 1. Buy one, get one.
Grady 2, Justin 1. Right?
Yeah, we
Yep.
killed all of them that were in there.
Yep, and then Dad 1. Yep. So we killed 17 hogs in total. A lot of meat. I know we're super pumped. I can't recommend it enough. Like, this is just such a fun atmosphere, a fun place to be for new hunters, veteran hunters. I know for other first responders, it's just good to get away from everything. Come down here. The facilities are super nice. I've done if you go to the channel, I've done some reels and stuff of the cabin. Check that out. It hasn't changed since we've been here. Like, it's super. They keep it clean. It's a family-run business. His daughter's the one who does all the housekeeping and stuff. It's just super nice. You know, we just have a good time while we're down here. We don't go hungry. We eat good food. And yeah, we just have a blast doing it. Again, really think you guys should check this out. Before, I have a question for all of you, but.
Well, that's something real quick.
Yes, I was going to ask you. Do you want to add anything?
So even if you don't like significant others, or if you're not a hunter, or you're interested, you don't have to hunt.
Correct.
You come down here. You can pay to stay at the cabin.
Yep, $35 a night,
and go watch the hunt. You don't have to pay for the pigs for the hunt if you don't hunt. So if you're have a significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend that you want to bring down here to get away, it'd be a good opportunity.
Yep.
Also, Alan, being a newer hunter, you don't have like a whole lot of equipment. You want to talk about that, like just how you were hunting, like the clothes you're wearing today, stuff like that. Like,
yeah. So I mean, literally the first night I hunted in my like army boots, Rockies. They're good boots. Rockies, jeans, and a Judas Priest t-shirt. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I didn't. Today it was 70 degrees yesterday. It was perfect. Today was cooler, so I put some layers on. But yeah, I have hunting gear for like deer hunting, but I didn't bring a whole lot of that down with me. Just something to keep me dry, something to keep me warm. This type of hunting, I don't think it's, if you don't have a whole lot of money to spend on that, it's not needed down
you
here.
don't need a whole lot of equipment. That's kind of nice. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, you don't we recommend dark clothing at least, but like even if you're wearing a white t-shirt or whatever, you just hunt one of the box blinds. Like it's no big deal. You are going to get shots, like 100%. You can bring any weapon you want, except for 223 or 556. They want the round to be bigger. That's the only reason. So just as long as you got a bigger round, if you're from Illinois, I know they just made some straight wall cartridges legal, but if you got your slug gun, that's what several of the guys, Kyle and some of the other guys, that's what they were using today, and they're killing them dead. So you don't need much. Yeah.
Also, if you're, we're all from Illinois, so Texas definitely lives up to its name.
Yeah.
Like,
Been saying it all week, as advertised.
as advertised. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we have
the cops wear cowboy hats. It's awesome.
Yeah, we always go to
the guy cooking my barbecue had a Colt 45 on his head. So.
We always come when we come to Centerville, Texas. I hope it's Illinois, Centerville, Texas. We always go to Country Cousins Barbecue. It's good food. There's always local law enforcement in there, and then everybody's got a gun on them. It's like my people. So yeah, definitely love Texas. Anything else you want to add before I ask my questions for everybody? Anybody else? No? Okay. So, just want you to talk about, and I'll start first, so you guys got time to think. Start off with, maybe stuff you might want to improve, what you learned from this hunt, stuff you might want to improve on, and then, what's your highlight of the hunt. So, myself, I'll go first. My downside, I've never injured a pig while being here. This is my 3rd year, and then this year, I did injure 2 pigs. Yes, they were all killed in the end. Just obviously, I like to avoid that when I can. The bow shot is what it is. He was charging. I think I could have performed better under pressure. That just is what it is. And when it comes to the one in the shot in the face, I just don't think the 45 was enough. Now, mind you, I'm just using a regular ball round, nothing fancy, no hollow point or anything like that. That might have something to do with it. I also think my placement, instead of going for the eye, because I was aiming for the eye, essentially, and I hit right below it. I don't think on the pig there's really nothing too vital there. Like, looking at these diagrams, I should have went up more. I should have went... Yeah, I should have aimed for the ear. It was 100%. So that's my bad. That's one thing I should have done differently. So that's my bad part of this hunt that I think I could improve on. Best part I can improve on, other than everybody had a good time and we got people their first animal and first hog, is I got the recurve kill. That was my my achievement, my number one goal I wanted to do. So I'm super pumped about that. I think the recurve's coming with me on a black bear hunt coming up, so hopefully we'll keep adding tallies to the recurve. And other than that, I get to bring a whole bunch of pork home, so super excited about that as well. Pork is good. So anyway, Kyle, good.
Yeah, so my lows, I guess, would probably be my bow misses. High on the first one. Definitely could have made that shot. Should have made that shot. And then the running shot, didn't seem like it was high. It was just, I think I just need to lead it more, which I've never taken a running shot on a deer or anything like that with a bow. But it seemed like I knew it was coming, so it seemed like I was ready for it. But I just think I need to be something to practice for down here. But yep. So I'd like to improve that. I definitely think I needed to shoot more during deer season. Because I got kills early, and then I just didn't really shoot much. So it's actually been a while since I actually just shot my bow. So definitely need to stay up with keeping practice and efficient on that. My highs, man, I was super pumped I got a pig on the first night again. That was cool. I didn't think it happened 2 years in a row, so that's pretty cool. But I just
And you got the biggest?
Yeah, biggest.
By far.
And I got a boar, which is nice. Last year I just got 2 sows, so it's nice. He's got a little tusk on him, but he's got a little tusk, so I'm excited to make that into Euro mount. But I really just like the camaraderie with everyone, man. Getting away and just being together with everyone. I like pushing the pigs too, man. It's fun. I like this, there's danger, but I like being on the ground with them. It's just fun, man, and get your adrenaline going. So I really like that.
You're an athlete.
And apparently I can still jump a little bit. So that's pretty fun.
Whoever.
I cannot jump. But you mind if I go?
Good.
So highs and lows, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if I had to identify a low, I would just like to, my shot placement, at least on the first one, was a little further behind. I was able to quickly locate them and then put them down with a follow-up shot of the revolver. I was using a borrowed rifle, right? But no excuse. Just kind of, I'm gonna bring more. If I am using a rifle that I'm not, it's not 100% tuned in. Bring a little bit more ammo next time so that I can, because there's places here where you can zero your weapons. Just maybe get to the range, practice a little bit more. I haven't done this type of shooting in a long time.
Yep.
Right. So, but yeah, that's about the only low.
Yep.
The high, which I'll spend a little bit more time on. I'm very thankful and very happy that I got invited here. There were several people in front of me, kind of on a waiting list.
You fucked up. That's what happened.
And Josh had kind of told me about this months ago. There were several people in front of me, so I'm like, it'd be nice, but probably not going to happen.
Yep.
A couple weeks before the hunt, he's like, yeah, like 4 people canceled. So I'm like, this is a sign from the gods. I got it. I got to do it.
Yep.
And I was even, just because it's a break in routine, right? It's like, oh, I got to do this and this and this. But I'm really glad that I broke out of my routine and came down here. I needed a break, needed a reset. And so I'm really I want to personally thank you for.
I'm happy you came.
For bringing me down here. You've been very generous ever since I've known you with.
Stop.
sharing your hunting knowledge and all that. So
Yeah, you're definitely a leader.
Appreciate
I
it.
understand that we're like, what, 7, 8 years older than you, but like, you definitely have a lot
10,
more.
15.
old
That's
as
fine.
fuck.
You definitely have a lot more experience and knowledge, and you're always sharing, always willing to help us out. So
Yep.
You're a good steward of the I don't know if you call it a hobby or what, of the sport.
Addiction.
You're a good steward of the sport, right? So
appreciate it.
but no, the high part undoubtedly had to be I got to do my first successful hunt with my best friend, and we both shot our first hog together. We both witnessed it. We both got it on camera, and then the double kill.
yeah,
Our last hog where we kind of called the shots.
this is a very sophisticated,
Yeah, we executed a linear ambush.
Yeah.
yeah.
very sophisticated stuff. You'll see.
Yeah, I just feel like you guys are like so happy when
We're
you
like,
pulled it off. Like,
Tango down.
Clear. Yeah. So actually, we probably sound like a couple of retards on the video, but get him. Yeah. So yeah, that was the high point.
that's funny.
Start with the lows. Basically, just being more prepared. We thought that we were going to grind the meat.
Bigger, cooler.
Yeah, we were told that was the bad idea. I'm gonna clarify. We were told that once we got here.
So we thought we were going to have a lot more room. We got 2 hogs in bags, but I think it'll be okay. We're going to get another cooler tomorrow. So that's pretty much low. The highs, shot placement was great. Also coming off deer season with the new weapon. So
What weapon?
the CBA Scout.
Oh, okay.
If you're listening.
Yeah, gotcha.
In 3D Legend. For deer, I use Bear Creek Ballistics. If you're listening.
No big deal, guys.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
But so shot placement was good, and then obviously the coordinated attack, or not attack, but that shot.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. No, guys, to end this, again, I'm happy you guys came. I know, like I said, we had, and if you guys listen to this, you get screwed up. That's what it comes down to. We had like 4 or 5 people pull out of the hunt. So I know, like, I called Josh and said, hey, at that time we only had 1 opening. And Josh was like, well, if one opens up, I know a guy.
Alan's been an alternate since,
November, I think.
Yeah, always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Right. until this
we
weekend.
made you a bride, goddammit.
Yeah, I got my cherry pop.
Yeah. So yeah, we had people back out, and Alzo step in. So again, super excited. Honestly, had a blast this weekend. Couple shout outs before we end this podcast. Number one, again, Lewis from Dominant Strands. I'm super happy how your string performed on the recurve. I had tested out my compound string already on some deer. Super happy with it. It's the first time doing the recurve. Happy with all that. I'm super pumped with it. Also, I had Dry Coat Gear. They're not a sponsor. Reach out. Wanted to have me do a gear review with their boots. I just got their normal. I forget the insulate now, but their thermal line boots. Super happy with them, guys.
Good looking boots too.
Yeah, very very comfy. I've had all the other name brand boots throughout my hunting career, and I like all of them. But Dry Coat is a cheaper boot, but they did not seem built cheaper. Like, I was super happy, and they're very very comfortable. We walked at least a mile today, probably a couple miles in the end pushing, and I don't have any blisters or anything like that. They're just very comfy, and this was my first hunt. It's not like there was a break-in period or anything. So Dry Coat, appreciate it. I'll be giving you guys a good review. And then my last thing is, I was not trying to one-up you guys this trip one bit.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's still time.
And that's go ahead, talk about it. We got time. We got time. Yeah.
Alan's better at it.
This needs to be
Talk about it.
Since this, so I'll make this short because I know you're trying to end the
It started
podcast.
on Thursday.
Sorry. This has got to be.
Since the beginning of it, so Josh and I think we just made this up to entertain ourselves on the long trip down here, but we had it in our heads that you were doing little inconsequential things to one-up us. Like, for example, it's like if wake up from the hotel was like at 08, you're like, oh, I'm going to wake up at 7:30. I'm going to be down for at breakfast. We got down there at 5:30, but they don't start till 6. So it's just like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we use that as motivation. Like, I don't know, review the footage. We were on the probably the cameras like, dude, I don't know. They brought the wrong people down here. We're gonna kill so many more pigs. We're gonna kill so many more pigs than Cody. So we just use that as motivation the whole weekend.
It worked.
Which is just funny because what I can imagine is you guys like rage music in the truck, just talking shit the whole time, and
These guys, they're not gonna beat us.
Yeah. And us three, Dad, Kyle, and I just just driving, having a good old time.
Did you check your text messages?
A few, but like,
Why don't you read them to me?
yeah.
And then let the people decide.
Oh, the ones that you said.
Yeah. I promise you, from my end, I was not trying to come off that way. I promise.
He disagrees.
I know. Well, is what it is. Is what it is. So, anyway, guys, we're hitting this podcast. I believe 72. We've been doing very well on the podcast. Super excited about that. We will be an Iowa Deer Classic March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Don't remember our booth number. It's like 30. I think it's A30. And then we'll be in the Illinois Deer Classic in Peoria, March 7th, 8th, and 9th. And we're booth 915. Come see us. We'll have some of our merch for sale. You see some of these guys repping some of the merch. Yeah, super excited. Hope you guys see you there. Try some hog hunting. It's fun.
And check out the video of the hunts you're going to post.
Yep, it'll be probably a few weeks because we got a lot of footage.
Watch Josh's 360 no scope.
Yeah. Achievement unlocked. All right, guys. See ya. Everybody have a good one. Be safe.